Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Saturday, April 1st. I'm your host Paul. I'm back from a trip down to North Carolina, so time to get back to trading. In today's video I want to look at oil and natural gas, so let's go. Alright, looking at the 4-hour chart of the crude oil futures contract. Last week we were down here and I thought that they were going to be completing the third wave, so this will all be one, and then they're going to correct up and then drop down for the third wave of this fifth wave, but they're not doing that. They're making an impulse here. So what I see is we had three waves down to here and then three waves to here, and this little move here tripped me up. I think this is they came down here, and I think this is all 1, 2, and 3. So I think that completes the 5 waves. I had that wrong, that little move down here. I thought it was just 3 waves, so that's why I thought there was more waves to come downward, but what we have so far is we've got this big impulse here. So here's 1, 2, there's a little running flat here for 3, 4, and I think they're in the process of completing the fifth wave. I think they have a little bit more up to go before they make a correction. So if I zoom out, you can see where we are here. This big 5 wave move up, and so now we're in this correction phase. This is all leading diagonal for the A. So now we need to come up for a B wave and then back down for the C wave before we resume up. And eventually we'll go back up to like 130, which is pretty amazing. So what are we doing here? So let's look at the 1 hour. And let me go out to the 4 hours. So at a minimum, this B wave here should at least come up to like 80 to 89 at a minimum. You know, they could come up much higher, 100, 105, but at a minimum they should be coming up to 80. So if we zoom into the 1 hour, so what I see is like this will be an impulse. So but like I said, I think they got a little bit more to go, so maybe up to like 76 something, and then they're going to give some type of correction, kind of a bigger correction, bigger than that little one, 3-wave correction down before they resume back up, and then we'll have to wait and see once this correction is done and once they break that top, what are they doing? Because this could be all the correction, or this could just be the first part of the correction. So that remains to be seen. But so for the rest of next week, probably a little bit more up, but then they should be in the process of making a correction before they resume up. So let's first let this impulse complete, and then we could get some targets on how far down they're going to go, and then that'll help then also to project at least the first part how high this will go. So let this impulse complete, and then you get a pullback, and then you can maybe play that move up. So that's what I see for oil. Natural gas. All right, let me zoom out to the 4 hour. Yeah, so this expanding flat played out, and it's too early to tell if it's done. So if I go all the way out to the daily, what I see is you had that sharp move down. That was A, 3 ways up, B, and now you have 1, 2, 3, expanding flat, 4, and now either 5 is in. That low that they set on Thursday, that's the low, and now we're just going to be going up, or they're in the process of making the low, the fifth wave. wave down. So what I see so far, got a leading diagonal down to here, and then it looks like A, B, C running flat, so that's 2. And then this right here, it's really hard to tell if this is maybe like 3 down to there, kind of a running flat 4, and then down for 5. So it's possible that it's in, but it's just, oops, let me go back. That would be so small compared to like how big this correction was. That's so small that I kind of feel like that's just part of this wave down. So we need more, more data to tell us that this could be just the first part of this 5th wave. So what I see so far when we zoom in is, we got a strong reaction here on Friday. Boom, pop up, and then came down, up, and down. So like this looks to me like they're doing an A, B, and they'll probably come down a little bit farther for C. They could come all the way down, but somewhere that they should be stopping, that'd be A, B, C, and then they'll come back up. And I would think that at a minimum, they should be coming up into this area right here, 2287 to 23, somewhere in here at a minimum, and then they could go higher. Now, for them to be making, having this as the low, then we really need to get through this purple zone. So this 2329 to like 2480, they need to get through that pretty strong to make me feel like the low is in. Because if we get like a strong push up, and then they make a correction, and then a strong push, then it's going to be looking more like this whole move down is complete. But right now it's too early to tell. But if they just make a 3 wave, so like if this is 1 and then they correct for 2 and then they come up into here and then it starts to get rejected pretty hard, I think what they're doing then, that they're going to make an ending diagonal. So, oops, this will all be 1, that'll be 2, then they're going to come down for 3, 4, and a 5. So could still have a lot more down to go, but so this area will tell us what is happening here on this final wave down. So keep an eye. I mean, they should be going back up after this correction is done, back up, and then what kind of reaction happens in this area? If it starts to get rejected hard, I think they're still completing this massive down move here. All right, that's what I see on those two. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps. Let me know of any comments or questions. Thanks for your likes and support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.